What's up, YouTube? And I want to take the time to sit and talk about one of my franchises that's fallen off a cliff. It's fallen off like Wayne after 2010. It's fallen off like modern day Drake, right? It is the Borderlands franchise. You've seen the title. And I just want to talk about how Randy Pitchford has kind of like just killed his own game. And it's weird because I am a fan of the Borderlands franchise. I have over 300 hours on both, combined with Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. And it just sucks because this is my favorite franchise. If you ask any of my friends, if you ask any of them, ask what is one game that I constantly want them to play with me or whatever, on over and over again. Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3. I dragged them through this game so many times, trying to play all the DLC, to play through all the OP levels, to get all the legendaries. I've beaten Savage Lee so many times, he knows me on the first name basis. You know what I mean? And it just sucks because ever since Borderlands 3, which I did not like at all in terms of a story, gameplay wise, it was great. You know, a big improvement over the previous games. Y'all know this already if you're fans of the content. But the story is what really held me back, because that's what I pay attention to going over and over again when I play the games. Like, oh, the funny jokes, especially with Borderlands 2. Everyone talks about Borderlands 2 as the magnum opus of this company, and how, like, you know, Handsome Jack is one of the greatest antagonists in gaming history because of how funny and charismatic he is. And to go to that, to these two planks of wood as was it Calypso twins or whatever they were called or whatever, it was just like such a downgrade, right? And so it was already on a slippery slope then, but it's like, yo, they can rebound, you know, they can do different things. Then you had Tiny Tina's Wonderland, and then you had Tales from the Borderlands, another one that wasn't connected to the previous Tales from the Borderlands. And it's just like, what are we doing here? And it kind of felt like Borderlands as a IP, as a franchise, was going down the hill, and one way to rebound it, one last bastion of hope, is Borderlands 4. You know what I mean? They will hear the feedback of the game, of everyone complaining about the story, everyone complaining about the characters and the gameplay and the issues with that, and it will come back and fix it in the next game. How there were no dedicated drops in Borderlands 3, stuff like that. And the pre-sequel wasn't being well received as well, right? And so they were making Borderlands 4. They were dropped the gameplay trailer. They dropped the dev diary type things, and it was talking about how much they improved the game and how different it is, and how everyone should be excited for Borderlands 4. Everyone, me included, was super hyped for Borderlands 4. It was like, okay, this is what we've been waiting on. The franchise that we love is back. It's not going to be one of those like cringy type games again. The story looks like it's going to take itself seriously. They're doing different things. It's going to be more of a kind of like an open world type of thing, semi-linear type deal, whatever. I'm here for it, right? The hype was high. And then this tweet came out to Randy Pitchford. So the tweet says this: Randy, this game better not be $80. Don't take that risk. A lot of gamers aren't going to pay $80 and feed this notion of constant increase of the price tag. You are the CEO. You have some say with the price when it comes to your publisher. And Randy responds with this beautiful reply that calls everyone to jump into a storm, right? He said, A, not my call. B, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. My local game store had Starflight for Sega Genesis for $80 in 1991 when I was just out of high school working a minimum wage job at an ice cream parlor in Prismo Beach, and I found a way to make it happen. Randy, it's 2025, sir. It is 2025, all right? And that poor worker who's working at the ice cream parlor on that beach is probably getting paid the same amount that you were paid back in 1991, okay? We are about to enter a recession. What are you talking about? In 1991, you get 5 bags of chips for $1. You can't even leave with a bag of chips. You go to a corner store right now, you go to a mom and pop shop right now and get a bag of chips, and you hand them $1, they might suplex you through the frozen aisle, all right? I'm telling you, like, what are you talking about, Randy? This is the most socially disconnected person I've ever met in my life. Not even met, but read. Like, what is he on about? And it's like, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to make it happen. Mind you, this game was in development when $70 games were a thing. So if this game is $80, it's just because they're being greedy. Because when this game was in development, the notion was the standard was it was $70. $80 game just were starting to become a thing a month ago. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm not trying to hear none of it. And mind you, they're gonna say, "Oh my God," he said in the interview, the development cost is twice as much as what was budgeted. Like it's a good thing. And now they're trying to flip it like it's a positive thing. Oh my God, we put so much money into this game, and we need to make a profit. It's not our fault that you can't handle your budget and you can't manage money. It sounds like you're bad at your job. Then, like, what are you telling us for? So I have to pay extra because it took you longer to make your game with the ingredients available to you. Once again, I'm gonna use this analogy like I did in the GTA video. And if you want to see people with two brain cells, just read the comments defending $100 games. But when I say it's like me going to a restaurant and making a sandwich, right? And I say I just want a regular PB&J sandwich. And it says on the menu it's $2. And then the chef goes into the kitchen, comes back, hey, I'm all out of peanut butter. I had to get this high caviar truffle peanut butter that was $40 a spoonful. So now your sandwich is going to be $75. And then get mad at you when you don't want to spend $75 for a sandwich. I didn't tell you to get the high-end stuff. I just want what was advertised for the price that it's always been. Don't flip it on me where it's like, it costs so much to make these games, you have to pay for it now. Who is telling y'all to spend this much to make these games? So it's our fault that you can't budget your own games correctly? Like, it's ridiculous. And also these other people are coming at them or stuff like that. This buried all the good positivity of the Borderlands franchise and Borderlands 4. I'm not getting this game now. I was telling my friends, yo, it's dropping in September. We all finna hop on this game, this and the third. Okay, we could play this game for hours. I'm ready for it. Y'all should have seen the group chat when this tweet dropped. The group chat was hot. The group chat was on fire. The group chat was like, what is Randy smoking and how do I get some? Okay. And so they were talking crazy, and everyone's response, including this one by Mighty Keith. He said, I love the Borderlands series, played and beat them all, and I'm sure Randy Pitchford is probably a good guy, but this is probably one of the worst responses I've seen anyone say to a fan about gaming. Just buy more money as response. It's crazy. It is insane to me that he thought this was a good idea, and he was doubling down on it. Yes, he came on an apology later, talking about how he was going to defend the game anyway, but it was insanity. So let's read his apology. So his apology is on the screen there, and it's not really an apology, but it's kind of like him acknowledging like, hey, I wasn't trying to take you guys for granted, this and the third. But the damage is already done. This has been everywhere. This has been the talk of the town for the past few days, and all the hype for Borderlands 4 has gone in the toilet. And even outside of this moment, the fact that they updated their user agreement where they're able to have root access to your computer and all your private information for whatever reason, for like, to say mods are like a bannable offense in a PvE game. You're not doing PvP, you're not going online battling people online. This is you versus the AI. Why do you need this much information for the user agreement, stuff like that? So people are already review bombing all Borderlands products, and then you do something like this. All the hype of Borderlands 4 is pretty much gone at this point. For people who have been interacting, but like those who are interested to put their money into this game are no longer going to, because your CEO or COO, whatever his position is, CEO, I believe, is saying dumb shit. It's like this stuff, like this happens so many times with Randy Pitchford, where he'll come out and say something stupid, and then you don't want to support his product. It's like, bro, stop talking. Like I don't understand why Randy Pitchford needs to be the face of Borderlands. Same thing when the movie came out and he was going against people who were saying the movie wasn't good. Same reason when Duke Nukem Forever and all these other shitty games that he released under his thumb came out and were fucking horrible. He sits there and defends it. I'm not saying you should just dogpile on your company. No, but just stop talking. Like, stop talking. We do not need your input on these things. Just shut up. Because you're not the developer. Like, you're not in there coding these games. You're not in there putting the artwork together. Please, take a step back and stop talking. Because every time he talks, he says something stupid and people don't want to buy his game. And it's going to suck if Borderlands 4 flops, right? Because people are actively rooting for this game to flop now, which all the goodwill is thrown out the window, because now you have people actively rooting against it, right? And people tell other people, hey, don't buy this game. Because this game comes out to be $80, there's going to be another shitstorm going back to this tweet, right? And so when this comes out, and let's say it underperforms and stuff like that, and people get laid off their jobs and stuff because you want to come out and be a fucking moron, it's gonna look bad on you as the company. And Gearbox, let's be honest here. Can we be honest here? Gearbox as a company is not doing too hot. So like, you need a W. You need 2K is not gonna sit here and let you keep putting out, Tiny Tina Wonderlands Part 2 and Tales of the Borderlands Part 3, and this game also come out and flop. It's like, what are you here for then? What do we have you here? And they have shut down companies for less. This is your last chance to actually make a market, come out and actually do something that people want to go back and play and spend all this money for and get the DLC, get the season pass, get the extra skins and stuff like that. And you want to come out here and say this dumb shit? It's like, bro, come on now. Like, especially in 2025, when there are so many games right now through the Game Pass, due to all this other stuff coming out, and GTA is coming out in a few months after you. Like, you need to make as much money as you can now before GTA 6 comes out, whenever it comes out, and takes all the wind from under your sails. And you coming out telling people, hey, if you want it that badly, then you can grind for it in this economy is nuts. It's absolutely insanity. So I hope that this game comes out and is actually good. It's not like Borderlands 3.5 where it's just a forgettable game and no one wants to play it. Because if that happens, Gearbox might be done, and we could all go back to this tweet as the last straw that broke the camel's back on the whole Borderlands franchise, and talking about like, whoa, if y'all don't take me seriously as a fan base, why am I supporting y'all? There's so many more games I could be playing now, and there's so many more games I will be playing now. But those are my thoughts. Let me know down below what y'all think. Did Randy Pitchford ruin the game for you? Are you still going to get Borderlands 4? Because I'm definitely not. I'm waiting for this to be at least $40, $30. Or I might get it from, I might sell the 7 Seas. You know what I mean? I'm joking, allegedly. But those are my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. I'll be in the comment section, and I'm out. Peace.